uncovered, having her head shaved. So a woman cannot prophesy or pray even. So when a woman, I think you must have seen this, when the Christian women, when they go to the church, they have their heads covered, at least I think in the Orthodox churches, where it's very strictly followed. And they also segregate the men and the women, unlike the other churches. So over there, they do not pray with their heads uncovered. They have to cover it. Yes? Hint, hijab. That's the reason Mary is always covered in all the pictures that we see. But anyway, but like I said, over here the key thing here is that man is in the image and glory of God, and the woman is only in the glory of man. Why is that? By the way, you need to tell me what did I say wrong. Yes, because that's how it started, right? He said I was wrong. It's not in the New Testament, he said.
Yeah, I said when you're humble, you said that when you're humble, you admit that when you're wrong, correct?
Are you going to be humble now?
And I said, why should I be humble for what?
Because what I just said is actually in the New Testament.
What I said is that God was created, so God created man in his image. Now, the scripture that you use here is not the same scripture that I was talking about.
I didn't say those, I said it's in the New Testament. I said it's in the New Testament. I didn't say it's the same as yours.
Fine, let's go with that. The scripture that I was talking about was in the Old Testament.
Remember you said it's not in the New Testament and you are wrong.
First of all,
see what I mean about humility? So much about humility.
Wait a minute. Are we still discussing it?
Yes, we are, but you got to at least remember what you said.
What I'm trying to say.
You said it's not in the New Testament and you are wrong.
I said the scripture that I was, because I know the scripture that I'm quoting.
I specifically said the New Testament. I specifically said the New Testament.
Yes, you did.
Yes.
Don't worry, I'm not running. I'm not going anywhere. You said the New Testament.
Yes.
You said it's in there. I said show me. Yeah?
No, that's not what he said. What did you say?
I said, I tell you what I refuted.
Yeah, go on. I want you to tell me what did you say.
Yes, I'll tell you what I refuted. I refuted that God was made in the image and glory of God.
When I said it's in the New Testament,
Man was made in the image.
When I said it's in the New Testament, what was your response?
The whole point of the whole conversation we had was the image.
So much about humility, you know?
Unbelievable. See, bro, you're closing your mind now. You're beginning to start to close your mind.
Can you stop with the ad hominems when you've been caught out? Stop with the ad hominems.
Why don't you let me respond?
Yeah, but stop the ad hominems. You were respectful until now, and now you're saying I'm closing my mind.
No, if you listen,
in fact, I was the one who brought that as a reference.
You don't want to listen. When you like to give me the opportunity to speak, then
when you
I will get to the point.
Realize the meaning of being humble.
You're not going to control it. You're not going to control the whole narrative of this discussion.
Who said I'm controlling?
No, because you're not allowing me to speak.
I did. I asked you a specific question.
Can you allow me to speak now?
Yeah, but
without speaking.
Yes.
Can we do it now?
But listen to the question before you speak.
I don't need to. I don't need a question to speak.
Okay, then I think we should complete this conversation, because if you don't want to have a conversation and you think I'm controlling the debate, until now I responded to all your questions, and when it finally came to test his humility,
you haven't heard me. So how can you say test my humility when you haven't heard me?
I heard you.
Your ears
I gave you. You see, you're doing it again. First my mind was closed, now my ear is closed. Okay, I think your ad hominem.
You're not listening.
Your ad hominem is not really appreciated here.
Would you let me speak?
I will, provided you answer the question.
So you let me speak provided I answer your question?
Yes. Are you okay with that? Are you okay with that?
I want to understand it first.
Good.
You would let me speak, provided I answer your question?
Yes.
Is this speaker's corner?
Yes, it is.
Is this freedom of speech?
Yeah.
Can I not say what I want to say?
You can.
I must answer your question, though.
Yes, because I answered your question.
It doesn't make any sense, bro.
It does. I answered all your questions. It's only fair that you answer my question.
What I would like to do is
what?
clarify. Now, with respect, we don't need to answer any of each other's questions. We can speak freely. Yeah? So what I'm saying, the opportunity to speak in this discussion is mine, and you have an opportunity too. Let's just give each other the opportunity to speak.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
What I was trying to say is the whole point of our discord in what we were saying wasn't about the scripture. It was about whether God was whether God made man in His image, or you said in His image and glory.
And I also said the New Testament.
Fine, you did say that. I'm not taking that away from you at all.
Do you remember what you answered to that?
Before we get to what I answered, you probably remember, and I'll let you say what you what you believe, I responded to that. But my point in that whole exchange was the fact that God made man in his image. God made man in his image.
I heard that already.
Right? So the whole point it stemmed from the discussion of being divine, whether man is divine, of God. If God made man in his image, and that's God's image, then man is of God. He's not of anyone else, he's not of anything else, he's of God. Which by this definition means that man can be seen as divine because he is of God. And that's the point I was trying to make.
And the point I was trying to make, what about the woman?
Now, about the woman, now you're asking me to interpret Paul's words, and I think that's going off into a different direction.
No, it's not.
Now,
You entertained 1 Corinthians 11:3, and like I said, I keep repeating this, and I want you to understand what the value of this is. The reason I said it is in the New Testament, and I quoted 1 Corinthians 11. So when Paul says, man is in the image and glory of God, but he says, but the woman is in the glory of man. What do you understand by Paul's statement?
I can give you my interpretation of that is.
That's what I want.
However, that's not what our discussion was.
Just give me your understanding and then we'll move on.
My understanding of it. First, I'm going to have to read it again because I'm not going to be, as far as I understand,
Read it again, no
he was
problem.
talking about a custom. Yes, a custom about covering your head. From what I heard, it was a custom at the time where a man or a woman would cover their
But
head.
he gives a reason why.
I mean, it's there in the Bible.
So do you agree that the woman, unlike the man, is not the image and glory of God?
I believe,
Because it clearly says the woman is in the glory of man. And then it goes on to say, man was not created for the woman, but the woman for the man. What is your interpretation of that?
I can agree with that because the woman came from man. The woman came from man. So the woman is also a part of man. In my opinion, mankind comprises of man and woman.
No, it didn't say where the woman came from. Actually it did, yeah. But it gives you what was the meaning of that. When he says a woman is not for the man. The woman is for man. And the man is for God.
I have no problem with that.
No?
If you look at Genesis,
So you think the woman was created for man?
Wait a minute.
And man was created for God?
No, wait.
Do you not understand the meaning of that?
Now, my interpretation of the meaning of that, I know you have an interpretation. It doesn't necessarily need to be the same.
And that's why I asked your interpretation. What's your interpretation?
My interpretation of that scripture, and I think I need to delve a little deeper into it. However, it doesn't conflict with my understanding of the scripture in Genesis, where the woman was made for man. The woman.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
Now.
The woman was made for man. What does it mean?
Now,
Was it mean to serve man?
how I understand it,
Yeah.
and it's not just to serve man.
What is it for?
How I understand it is
Yeah.
by looking back at what it says in Genesis. Looking back into the creation story. God made Adam. Adam was alone. God said it's not good that man should be alone. So he brought forth Eve from Adam.
Yeah.
Correct? So I believe that Adam and Eve, God made Eve from Adam. So the woman is of man. The woman is of Adam. Eve is of Adam. Together they're one. And that's why people get married.
Yeah. And is she for Adam? Is she for man?
I believe.
Was she created for man?
I believe she was woman created for man.
Yeah. As Paul says. Shall I read it again for you?
Yeah, read it again.
Okay. But every woman who prophesies,
Sorry, which verse?
was 1 Corinthians 11:5. But every woman who prays or prophesies with her head uncovered dishonors her head. It is the same as having her head shaved. For if a woman does not cover her head, she might as well have her hair cut off. But if it is a disgrace for a woman to have her hair cut off or her head shaved, then she should cover her head. And then, this is the one that we mentioned earlier. A man ought not to cover his head, since he is the image and glory of God. but the woman is the glory of man. So it doesn't say image, it just says glory.
When you say image, where does image come from?
It doesn't say that.
When you say, did I say image?
No, I'm saying for the man it does say image, but for the woman it doesn't say image. So in other words, the woman is not the image of God, like the way the man is the image and glory of God.
Well, I have no.
You have no issues with that? Okay,
No
good.
issues with that.
And then it says, for man did not come from woman, but the woman from man. Okay? And then this is the one, verse 9. Neither was man created for woman, but woman for man. This is where I want you to explain. What do you understand? So we know that the woman came from the man.
Absolutely.
But then the man came from where? From God.
Man came from God.
Okay.
I believe-
And then when he says, neither was the man created for woman, did God create man for the woman?
No.
No. But the woman for man.
Woman's for man.
What does that mean?
As I said before, I believe going back to the creation story, if you look at it in its most simplest form, God created man, which was Adam. He first created man. He never created Adam and Eve first.
Okay, so
You're telling me my understanding, I'm just telling you
Yeah.
what that is. Created Adam. He saw that Adam was alone. He said it's not good that man should be alone. From Adam, he created Eve. So Eve is from Adam. So they're one flesh.
no, they're not one flesh.
Now,
They're two flesh. They're not one flesh.
Now,
Unless you're figuratively speaking.
figuratively speaking,
Good.
of course.
Make that clear. So when he says for the woman, for the man, woman was created. So in order to service man, in other words, his loneliness or his desires, whatever it is, isn't that kind of misogynistic here?
That's another topic. I mean, if you want to get into that, no problem. I mean, I think.
But don't you? Isn't that one of the what it alludes to here?
Wait a minute. When you say that's what it alludes to,
Yeah.
it may allude to that, but that might not be its sole purpose. That might not be its sole.
Actually, it does. At the very beginning, it says, "The head of the woman is man." Who is in authority of the woman?
What's wrong with that?
Are they equal?
I believe they are one. I believe figuratively they are one flesh.
Are they equal in authority?
Are man and woman equal in authority? Authority in what sense?
In any sense?
I believe man and woman are the same. They're one and the same.
Are they same in authority? I'm sure you heard me.
I heard you.
Good.
I believe they're one and the
Can you
same.
please answer the question?
I am.
Are they same in authority?
Authority of what?
There he goes again. In anything.
In anything.
It's the second time you repeat it.
Yeah.
So are they the same in authority between a husband and a wife?
In my experience, yes.
Oh, in your experience?
In my experience,
I thought we were talking about the Bible, not your experience.
my interpretation of the Bible is an interpretation.
I'm not asking you our personal experience. I'm asking based on this Bible, when it says the head of the woman is man, are they the same in authority in a marriage?
The head of the woman is man. I
Yes.
believe that the Bible is speaking figuratively.
Figurative? Okay. What is the figurative understanding we get in a marriage when the man is the head of the woman? What is the figurative speech?
That man came first, and woman came after.
no,
But you say no, but that's my interpretation. You can't take my interpretation away from me. You might believe it another way. I believe
But
it
it doesn't say women came first or man came
It did.
first.
It did. It did. It said that man.
It says
came
the
first.
head of.
It said that.
So
man,
if you were
God
the head,
made man.
listen,
God
if you
made
were the
man,
head of
and then
state,
he made woman for man. That's
what's the name, by the way?
That's what the scripture says.
what's the name?
That's man.
Say again?
You heard me.
No, I didn't.
You heard me. How can you heard me? No,
So what? You can repeat. That's,
no, basically, you heard me.
is there something wrong to repeat a name?
Not
Osman.
Not if you truly didn't hear it.
I truly didn't hear
You
it.
did hear it.
Maybe I misunderstood what you said. Is it Osman? Okay, I mean, just say Osman. So
No
what?
problem. That's my
Okay,
name.
listen to this. If I told President Trump is the head of the state,
Yes.
what do you understand by that?
He is the head of the state. He is the head of the
United States.
well, you say the United States. The state is. You have to look at the
Country.
definition.
State also means country.
Well, it depends. There's the head of the state, which is a specific title within the government of the United States of America.
Exactly.
It's a specific title.
What do you understand by it? That's a good question. What do you understand by this phrase?
I understand.
The head of state of the United States is President Trump.
I understand that he leads. He leads. Yes.
He has authority.
He leads. Well, he has authority. It doesn't take away the authority of the generals, and
It supersedes everything. It supersedes everyone's authority.
Now-
That is what.
that's getting into the specifics of these particular
No, because you
roles.
said authority means what? You said as they came before. Now I want to know wait. I want to know in which English phrase when you use the head of X means came before.
But, sorry,
Because you used an English phrase here when he says the head of the woman is man. Yes, I and the interpreters of the Bible understand it in a marriage. In a marriage, the husband has authority over the wife.
so wait, where did it say marriage there?
It says that no, it didn't say marriage there.
It didn't say marriage
It says
there.
marriage elsewhere.
No. See,
Wait a minute.
Your interpretation.
So
Isn't
wait
it?
a minute.
It's true.
Okay, just like
Am I correct?
Yes, you
I'm
are
correct.
Yes,
Thank you.
it didn't say marriage there. However, the context makes it clear. When he says the head of the woman is man, it is talking in the context of, that actually reminds me. You said in my experience.
Yes.
Yes. Were you talking about a marriage?
If we're talking in your experience, if we're talking in my experience,
Were you talking about marriage?
yes.
Good. So your interpretation is the same as well. Alhamdulillah. So now once again, when he says, but I want you to realize that the head of every man is Christ. What do you understand by that? The head of every man is Christ.
Is that thing?
Same, it's the same verse.
Again, I feel that the Bible is speaking figurative. He's not speaking literally, is he?
What does it mean? That's all I want.
No, but listen.
Even figurative has a meaning. What does it mean?
Absolutely. So you're saying that previous scripture was not figurative, but I said it was.
Which previous scripture?
The previous scripture of man being the head of the woman.
Yeah, but you already interpreted as personally your wife.
No. Wait.
Did you not?
Wait, I did. I said in my experience in marriage, speaking of marriage, not of the actual Bible. I said
Actually, it was this verse which led you to say that.
Well,
So
it did.
you interpreted it as marriage as well.
It did.
Now,
However,
please don't try to backtrack now.
I'm not backtracking. However,
Because we are saying the same thing. Let's agree with at least what we both say.
we're absolutely-
I'm saying it's
we're
in the
not
context
saying
of marriage.
We're not saying.
Are you not saying it's in
And
the
I don't
context of
believe
marriage?
It's just the context of marriage, and I'll explain to you why. Paul, when he's speaking to the members of the church, he's speaking to the members of the church here. You need to understand what's going on here. Corinth is a particular place where they have churches, and he sends a letter to the bishop of that particular group of people. Yeah?
What's the point?
So, now these particular groups of people, they're going out proselyting, they're going out teaching the gospel, just as Jesus said. So,
What is the point you're trying to make? I don't know.
point I'm
Why are you
trying
going
to
on this
The
tangent?
point I'm trying to make is not just necessarily in marriage. It's talking leading in terms of the work, the gospel work.
So in the gospel work, the man leads the woman.
That could be an interpretation of that also. So what I'm saying.
So in
is-
both cases, in the case of the marriage, the man leads. In the case of the proselytizing, man leads. So in other words, man is in authority of the woman.
if that's what you understand,
Isn't that what I've been telling him all along? Why are you going in circles then?
no problem.
Okay, so in authority they're not equal. You agree with me then?
In authority, they're not equal.
Don't ask me which authority now.
In authority, in terms of the work, according to Paul, they're not equal.
According to Paul, does Paul understand the Bible better than you?
Listen,
Does he understand the scripture better than you?
my understanding, of course, he wrote it. So he understands what he meant. He understands what he meant.
Okay.
Who understands
So-
what he meant? The question is, do you understand what?
So why did you say according to Paul?
Because he wrote it.
But do you agree with Paul or not?
That's another question.
Well, it is another question. That's why I'm asking you. Can you answer this question?
We're leaping from question to question.
That's the whole purpose of this discussion.
No.
Are you objecting to this question now? After all the questions I asked you?
No, because we're going from question to question to question, and we're not going anywhere in terms of discussion.
We are, because here we are trying to establish.
Again, you're going from question to question to question.
I'm telling you why.
And you're leading the discussion you're leading according to how you would like to.
How Paul interprets it, not me.
In the discussion, it goes both ways.
Yeah, of course it does.
So
You're more than welcome to ask me questions,
in order for me to
which you have been asking, and I have been answering. Don't tell me you're the only one answering
I've
the
made a
questions.
complaint about you not giving me the opportunity to speak.
Did I not? Did I not give you an opportunity
Why
to
are you
speak
speaking to someone
and to
else?
ask? Because you are, because you
Hashim.
don't seem to be fair here.
Is it Hashim your name is?
Hashim, yes.
Yes. So I'm speaking to you. When you try to...
Okay.
No. There's no okay. I'm speaking to Hashim. Okay. Hashim. When we're having a discussion, it's me and you in a discussion.
You know why I asked them?
No.
Do you know why I asked them?
Again, you're interjecting when I'm speaking.
Yeah.
You're not giving... See, I can do it. No, do you agree?
I hear what you're saying.
So, if we have a discussion, it's me and you. Do not bring other people into it. Let's have a wholesome, intellectual discussion. Now, you can ask me about my opinion. You can ask me about my interpretation on a particular scripture. We can do all that. But again, it's my interpretation. I'm not saying.
But isn't that what I asked you? I asked you, do you agree with what Paul said? In terms of authority, the man has a higher authority than the woman. That's all I asked you, and you said, that's another question.
Now, the way you phrase that question, that's not the way I would phrase it. When I read the scripture, Paul is specifically talking to a group of people.
Regardless.
No.
Regardless.
No, because you can't take things out of context.
Are the women of Corinth any different to the women of London?
Again.
Are they?
Again, absolutely. Yes, they are, and I'll tell you why.
Yeah, why?
Because they were doing two different things. Paul was on a specific mission. He was a disciple of Jesus Christ. So he had a role.
No, he wasn't a disciple of Jesus Christ.
He had a role.
Where did you get that from?
Again, my opinion. He had a role and responsibility, correct? He had a role and responsibility, and as he's instructing the bishop of Corinth, he's giving them instruction. So, that's my interpretation again.
Was he inspired by God
Now,
to do that?
Now, before you ask me another question, and another question, and another question, believe it or not, this discussion stemmed from.
Oh, you're talking to them now?
I'm talking to the cameras.
Why?
Because
I thought earlier your principal